the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network. As tonight, we bring you OP Racing Grand National Series Racing. As they bring you the Bill DeLanney 175 presented by Mark Mann and Mara Clark. Qualifying has just gotten underway. The 47 of Richard Kuhn has taken the green flag for his one lap of qualifying. He makes his way down the back stretch. Number 12 of Zach Fritsch, also on his green flag lap. We'll see how good of a lap time he can post up. Peter DeBorgia in the 40s going to strike first with a quick time and pulls it back down low. Peter DeBorgia running a paint scheme very similar to the 12 of Zach Fritsch as he continues his trend of legendary paint schemes being honored here on Wednesday night. Richard Kuhn with a 56.08. Sean Stevens now taking to the top of the leaderboard. So Stevens out of Mount Sterling, Ohio with a 56.06. Zach Fritsch can't quite match him, a 56.07. Right now they are on the front row, but lots of time left and quite a few cars to get through qualifying. BK Anderson in the 32 making his way onto the front stretch and through the tri-oval, heading for the start-finish line. Across the line he goes, and BK Anderson with a huge fast lap of 56.02. Dave Hunt in the 53 on his qualifying lap, making his way down the back stretch. Mark Mann in the 04 getting his truck up to speed. He will be crossing the start-finish line to log his lap this time around. Les Levy in the 62. Looks like his truck not too happy right now. It is not going as fast as he would like it to. Nate Warren in the 42. Gets the green flag as his qualifying time has started. Sebastian Marin goes to the top of the leaderboard, and he is the only driver in the 55-second bracket. He flat out was flying around here now. Mark Mann joins him on the front row with a 55.97. The two trucks have gotten down into the 55-second bracket. Nate Warren in the 42. Let's see if he can do that as well. Bob Lacavera in the 11 on his qualifying run. Last week's race winner, making his way out for qualifying, the 51 of Travis Elliott. We were off last week, or I was off, and the 51 decided that he was going to pick up the win and got it done last week. Jim Mayer in the 95 going to cross the start finish line, and Jim going to end up in second place with a 55.94. Bob Lacavera up into fifth with a 56.03. Just under 4 minutes left to go in qualifying. Anthony English up into 11th place. Zach Workman in the 19 gets the green flag for his qualifying time. The 15 of Jeff Crosby Sr. out of Indianapolis, Indiana. We'll get the checkered flag. The 15 jumps up into 15th spot. Jeff Crosby Jr., son to Jeff Crosby Sr. The 33 is on his qualifying run. 19 trucks have posted a time so far. Travis Elliott up into 12th place. Zach Workman and Jeff Crosby Jr. crossing the start finish line. Workman up into 13th and Crosby up into 11th. Andrew Schroeder looking to get across the line out of Linden, New Jersey. Schroeder in the 48 puts it in 12th spot. The 7 of Josh Milam down on the inside, and Milam gonna cross the start finish line up into 11th with a 56.09. As the track has gone quiet, we are going to step away for the national anthem. No one go anywhere. We'll be back with tonight's starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is time now to go through tonight's starting lineup. Let's get right into it. On the inside of row number 1 in the 23, that is Sebastian Marin. To the outside, the 95 of Jim Mayer. Row number 2 will be the 04 of Mark Mann and the 32 of PK Anderson. Row 3 will be the 11 of Bob Lacabera and the 27 of Sean Stevens. Zach Fritsch and David Booth going to make up row number 4. Row 5 will be the 6 of Cody Nichols and the 47 of Richard Kuhn. Row 6 will be the 7 of Josh Milam and the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. Row number 7 going to be Andrew Schroeder and the 44 of Anthony English. Row 8, the 51 of Travis Elliott on the inside, and to his outside, the 19 of Zach Workman. Eric Laurie in the 071 and Tyler Miller in the 24 for row number 9. Row 10 will be the 53 of Dave Hunt and the 15 of Jeff Crosby Sr. Row 11, the 42 of Nate Warren and the 46 of David Overstreet. Row number 12 will be the 62 of Les Levy and the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. Our final few spots here tonight, Brian Wang in the 05, Lynn McNeese in the 84, and Richard Sanchez in that 510 to bring up our final starting spot of the night. This is race number 9 of 18. Let's go ahead and take a look at our race info as the field begins to roll out. As I mentioned just a little bit ago, Travis Elliott picked up the win last week. Well, he has got himself locked in. There are 4 races left to lock yourself in. There's one stage at halfway here tonight, and they have one fast repair available. So the Bill DeLanney 175 presented by Mark Mann and Mara Clark. About ready to fire off right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Good to see Alan in chat rooting for the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Old Fritchie, he might get it done tonight. We'll see. I don't know. Mara Clark, how you doing, Miss Mara? Glad to see everyone here tonight. "27 trucks out on the speedway, all being nice and calm, mild-mannered right now." Alan French, better not jinx my son tonight. I'll do what I can. There is a thing called the broadcaster's curse. So I will not pick any driver to win this race. It's typically the moment I say this person's going to win, like within a lap, they crash. It's all said and done. Alyssa cheering for the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. But here we go. Pace car down and away. 27 trucks being led by the 23 of Sebastian Marin and the 95 of Jim Mayer. The long wait through the tri-oval, and here we go. Green flag is out, and we are underway for the Bill DeLanney 175. And already 2 trucks jumping up to the high side. That's the 44 of Anthony English and the 19 of Zach Workman. The 24, Tyler Miller, saying, thank you very much. I'm going to start moving my way forward. As they go 3 wide, the 33 jumps up there as well. We are on board with the 24, Tyler Miller. Kevin Nagel cheering for the 6 of Cody. And now Cody, 4th car or truck down on the inside line as a little big snake in the middle section right there. First lap done and in the books. Sebastian Marin in the 23. His nose out into that clean air. Cody Nagel's in the 6, has dropped down to the inside, and he has fallen back quite a bit, but gathers it back in. Mayer in the 95 slides down in front of the 23. That 3rd lane has worked very well for Crosby, Anthony English, and Zach Workman. Hold on to your hats, guys. Oh, the 04 mark man bailing out. He's going to fall to the tail end here and try and blend in somewhere. 32 of BK Anderson slides all the way down to the inside as he takes over the top spot. The 32 looking very strong right now. Zach Fritsch, for the moment, has the fastest lap of the race. We'll see if he's going to hold on to it. At 51.35 right now is the fastest lap of the race by the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Zach Fritsch mired deep in the field. He and Mark Mann, along with the 6 of Cody Nagels, they have lost almost 20 spots. Cody Nagels is at the very tail end of this field. He is the last truck on the speedway. Not sure if he's planning this to be back here, but that's where he is. We're working lap 5 of 70. Stage break coming at the completion of lap 35. Start seeing pit road pit stops. About 10 laps, around lap 15. John Stevens in the 27. Wow Video Tours finds himself leading the middle lane. The 33 still out in front. We do have a new fast lap. That was turned by the 6 of Cody Nagels, a 51.11. Using that draft as he hung back just a little bit, used that draft to close all the way up, and he is right on the back bumper of the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. Sometimes there's some safety back there, but just as easy to get caught up in everyone else's mess. When you're back there, you still have to have your eyes forward and get them elbows up. Third lane has fizzled out just a little bit. The 33 of Crosby is tucked in behind the 15 of Crosby. As the 27 of Sean Stevens dropped down to the inside lane. Comes the 77 of David Boo. He now working that outside lane. 24 Tyler Miller right there. Biggest mover of the race, Tyler Miller and Jeff Crosby Sr. They both have gained 13 positions from where they took the green flag. They are working their way forward. 2 lanes of trucks side by side. Stop. It's gonna get hairy here in a few laps, especially when they try and hit pit road. Take a look at our point situation coming into tonight's race. Josh Milam and Zach Berkman have 2 wins apiece. Cody Nagels, Peter DeBorgia, Jim Mayer, Travis Elliott, all picking up wins as well this season. Those drivers locking themselves in. The moment that they hit 9 races in, so Milam and Berkman will be locked in along with Cody Nagels with the drop of the green flag here tonight. Peter DeBorgia, Jim Mayer, all having to make one more start after this week. Travis Elliott, he's going to be able to make it as well, as long as he does not miss any more races. We do have 3 races left after this one, so that should be enough for him. Our stage winners so far this season, Sebastian Marin at the most with 3. Josh Milam has 2, then it's Mark Mann, Zach Workman, and Jeff Crosby. Not a whole lot of stage winners, but with only 1 stage win being given out per race, we're not going to have a whole lot. And our biggest points movers, 33 of Jeff Crosby, last 3 races has gained 140 points. Zach Fritz and Josh Milam make the top 3 biggest movers in the point standings. So the 27 of Sean Stevens, your race leader. Going on board with the 6 of Cody Nagels as he is trying to thread the needle and work his way forward. That's the 46 of David Overstreet just to his inside. And the 42 of Nate Warren. So Cody Nagels using some momentum here to work his way forward and get to the front of the pack. Truck's really starting to work to single file, which good indicator that flag pit stops are coming up very soon. Eric Laurie in the 071 finding himself in 21st spot. Dave Hunt in the 53 right behind him. And then the 05 of Brian Wing. We have a few trucks peeling off for pit road. That is BK Anderson in the 32 and the 6 of Cody Nagels as they go and make their first round of pit stops. So now the strategy plays are starting to be made. Comes the 27 of Sean Stevens from the race lead. Looks like two more trucks going to join him as well. That is Peter DeBorgia in the 40 and Richard Sanchez in the 510. That will give the lead to the 95 of Jim Mayer. And the 23 running 1 and 2 right now. When will they come on to pit road? Josh Milam rounding out the top 3 right now. From a big group of drivers, the 23 is Sebastian Marin going to have a very late, very aggressive entry onto pit road. And a whole bunch of trucks peeling off for pit lane that time. Richard Kuhn and Brian Wang, only 2 trucks who have not made a pit stop yet. .47 big wiggle and the 05 of Wang gonna squirt right on by. They will peel off for pit road and complete the first round of green flag pit stops. Sebastian Marin in the 23, taking over the race lead. The 77 of David Booth got caught speeding. He served his 40-second speeding penalty. And it's very likely going to end up losing a lap here. New fast lap of the race by the 27 of Sean Stevens at a 50.91. Sean Stevens now has the honor of the fastest truck in this race. Down to the inside, the 23 is Sebastian Marin. Trying to surge ahead of the 33 Jeff Crosby. Hanging tough to the outside lane. One more pit stop will seal the deal here in the opening stage. So far this race has been green from the drop of the green flag. David Booth in the 77 will be the first truck to go one lap down as he works that high lane. Has to stay out of the way. Oh, what else? Tightly packed together. Do have a bit of a broken away group here. 4 trucks about a straightaway behind the lead pack. Is Richard Kuhn, Andrew Schroeder, Lynn McNeese, and Bob Lacavera. These 4 trucks will be able to work together. They won't necessarily catch the pack. They won't go a lap down anytime soon. Plenty of room behind them or in front of them if something happens to the lead pack. And a new fast lap going to the 62 of Les Levy, turning a 5-0-5-0-1. Les Levy on the move now. Trouble into turn number 1. 2 trucks going around. Caution flag going to come out. Travis Elliott into 51. That truck has some damage to it. Going into the corner, looked like the 15 got a bad bump. Stacked the field up. The 44 gets into the 51. The 53 of Dave Hunt gets into the outside wall. On board with the 53. Hard hit for Dave Hunt and Travis Elliott. Both drivers going to have to use a fast repair to get back into this one. So Elliott earns his fast repair. Here comes the rest of the field to make their pit stops. On the pit lane comes the 23. Sebastian Mayer and Jim Mayer, both in their stalls cleanly. The 40 of Peter DeBorgia down and away. I don't think Peter hit his pit stall. Pretty sure he missed it, by the way. And we'll see if Peter's going to come around and hit pit road. Long wait for the 53 of Dave Hunt. Not sure if he is going to be able to use the fast repair or not. He is sitting on pit road. OMG. What do you think, guys? Who is going to win this opening stage? This caution did put the 77 of David Booth back on the lead lap. .40 of Peter DeBorgia going to head down pit road this time. He'll lose a lot of track position. Quite a few other trucks going to come down and top off as well. Should be real close on fuel to make it to the end of the stage. But I think they can get it done from here. Lights have gone out on the safety vehicle. Sebastian Marin and Jim Mayer on the front row for the restart. Then the 7 of Josh Milam and the 24 of Tyler Miller for row number 2. The 19 of Zach Workman and the 12 of Zach Fritsch for our third row on this restart. Monday night was a great night for Zach Fritsch when it came to stages. Not only did he get his first stage win ever in OP Racing, picked up his second one as well. Fell a little bit short on the clean sweep for Monday night. Didn't quite bring it home in victory lane, but still had a very solid points night with those 2 stage wins. Here he is trying to set himself up for another stage win here on Wednesday night. The Grand National Series is the feeder series for our Monday night racing action. You guys would like to get into the show on Monday night, you got to join Wednesday or Saturday of the OP Racing League. Run some races and wait for the invite into the Monday night show. So the pace car going to peel out of the way. We're going to fire them off and bring our first caution to an end. Green flag is back out and away we go. Everyone getting up to speed and through the gearbox quickly. Dave Hunt has joined the race. He has lost a lap while sitting on pit road. But he is out there and he is up to speed. So the 53 got an opportunity to get back on the lead lap with this stage, into the stage coming up here in about 10 laps. And he can get right back into it. Richard Sanchez in the 510 from the back of the field to the front. Past 26 cars to make it happen, but here he is in the third lane. Three wide down the Talladega super stretch. In trouble once again. Andrew Schroeder going around. On board the 33. You see Schroeder going airborne and getting heavy damage. Sanchez involved as well. The second caution flag coming out. Hard impact for the 24, Tyler Miller. He gets spun like a top. Andrew Schroeder got a piece of this as well. Let's see. Trouble all the way up on the high side. 48 gets a little bit of air. Bob Lacavera in the 11 spinning through the grass. The caution flag coming out. Second one in the stage. Half the field did hit pit road. Nate Warren coming off pit lane first in the 42 Wendy's machine. Dave Hunt in the 53 getting that free pass, getting back on the lead lap. Richard Sanchez in the 510 looks like he has gone behind the wall. His night is done. Heavy damage on the 48 of Andrew Schroeder. I do believe the 51 of Travis Elliott has gone behind the wall as well. We'll see if Elliott can get back out there. As we cycle around once again, get back to it. I believe the lights are going to go out on the pace car this time. That they do. Lights are out on the pace car. Perfect. All right, so now as we get close to the end of this stage, Zach Workman in the 19, the 23 of Sebastian Marin on the front row for the restart, the 7 of Josh Milam and the 95 of Jim Mayer in row number 2, and the 62 of Les Levy and the 12 of Zach Fritsch for row number 3. Stage ending at the completion of lap 35. That one is coming up very quickly. Here we go, pace car down and away. Zach Workman. Going to pick up the throttle. Away we go once again. So back to the green flag we go. The 19 down on the bottom, the 23 to the high side. Barron in the 23 using that high lane. Truck's getting up to speed here. Takes a full lap to really get him up to full song. And it takes another lap. And then along their best laps. Richard Kuhn in the 47 jumping up to the high side there, but no one going with him. They're down on the bottom in front of the 19 is Zach Workman now. Trucks are digging hard right now, trying to gain every spot they can. They know that this is when it matters the most. They've got to get all those positions. Out of the race right now, we do have the 51 of Travis Elliott, the 48 of Andrew Schroeder, and the 510 of Richard Sanchez. Their score 25th, 26th, and 27th, respectively. Those three trucks being taken out in the second caution of the night. As we go three wide once again, the 7 of Josh Milam trying to slice his way through. Mayer in the 95 cuts down to the inside. Things is getting heavy and interesting right now. Two more laps to go in this stage. Zach Fritsch in the 12 using the middle lane to take over the top spot. It is about ready to be a drag race to the checkered flag for the stage. Gotta come around one more time. All right, here we go. Final lap in stage number 1. Zach Fritsch in the 12, down on the bottom lane. Third lane falling back just a little bit. Cody Nagel's in the 6, gonna try and get a good run coming up off of turns 3 and 4. Here they come to the line. Cody Nagels has his nose out just a little bit. And at the line, it will be the 6 of Cody Nagels picking up the stage win. And the caution flag coming out for the end of the stage. And I'm thinking that the 6 of Nagels got that one, and we'll get ready to talk to him. But before we do, I have a special guest to introduce in the booth, and that is the driver of the 51, Travis Elliott. Travis, glad to see you're okay after your wild racing out there.
Oh, you know, it's all fun and games, you know, KR. I'm just out here to have a good time.
Yeah, well, your good time came to an end here early tonight. but that doesn't mean that you can't come join me in the booth. So tell us a little bit about your race and what was going on out there.
I felt slow the entire time. I mean, that's not very off-brand for me, but I felt slow, couldn't really catch up to people. And then when the first wreck happened, I don't really know what happened. I haven't went back and watched it. I just remember spinning constantly. And then that second wreck, I thought I got clear of it, and then the 24-year-old Tyler Miller was locking up his brakes trying to stop, and wish he didn't hold his brakes there, because I probably wouldn't have clipped them, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna end my night a little bit early and come up here and hang out in the booth with you.
All right, man. Well, glad to have you. And our first stage and only stage break done and over with. Cody Nagels in the 6th, getting that stage win. So, Travis, you did pick up the win last week.
Yeah, I left my teammate trying to get the win. Worked out in my favor, I would say so. Thank you, Zach Fritsch. But yeah, obviously when the race is a broadcast, I always do my best.
It can happen. It can happen. So, pit stops done and over with. 6 of Cody Nagels down and away. So let's go ahead and pull him up. We can talk to our stage 1 winner. Cody, you got your ears on, bud?
Yes, sir.
That 6 machine snuck through and got that stage win.
And kind of was trying to do a little bit of big picture racing there. Wasn't expecting to be in contention to win the stage, but fantastic pushing from BK there at the end. Little checkup in the second lane got created for me and gave me a small window to cut down in front of Josh, and I did, and Josh did his job from there. I mean, he sealed it for me, so thank you, BK, and thank you, Josh.
Well, Cody, the 6, we had a little bit of a rough and tough stage 1, but the 6 at one point was all the way at the tail end of the field, and then you surge all the way forward to come away with the stage win. So was that just a practice run to try and figure out if you could go from the back to the front?
Yeah, I would call that definitely a practice run. 27 cars in the field, so I think it's 27 is the number. Fairly small field, and I feel like it should be relatively easy to be able to maneuver through the field if I want to. So with that being said, I figure it might be a good time to just ride around in the back, run the laps down, save my fast repair, and then see how quick I could get up front, which through the pit cycles and a lucky caution, I was able to get track position. So I really don't want to have to do that again, but if I have to go to the rear, that's fine. But I guess the most important thing out of all of it is I'm just trying to save my fast repair.
Well, man, nice job on winning the stage, Cody. That 6 looking very fast. Any shout outs or thank yous that you need to give that you haven't done so just yet?
I think that would cover it. Just want to give a shout out to my entire Limitless team, even the ones that aren't in the race right now. I appreciate you guys, and thank you for everything you do for me.
All right, there you have it. Cody Nagels, your stage winner. Nice job once again, Cody.
Thank you.
BK Anderson, his teammate here tonight. The Limitless being a duo for the night.
Yeah, they do a pretty good job, just them two together. They both work well with each other, and yeah, they do it. They do good together, KR.
Like we do. I've missed you up here.
I know, it's weird. It's been what, at least a year, I would say.
So. Yeah, I've enjoyed watching you race, but I miss you up here too.
I know, me too, KR. I miss you too. I don't get to talk to you ever on Mondays because everybody's just too good, and I'm just bad. Just like Wednesdays, you weren't here last week, so naturally I win. So I didn't get to talk to you then. So I mean, it's just one of those things where maybe I need to be in the booth more often than I need to be on the track.
There you go. Well, man, glad to have you help me finish this race out. And you're out there, or you were out there, but if you were out there at this point right now, what's going through your mind?
If I want to be anybody on track, I probably want to be the 40 right there that's leading the race. I don't know if it was just me being slow or if it's the truck or something. But definitely, it's hard to make a run here, especially in these trucks at Talladega. Even though the track's wider, you got to do a lot more to make that outside line work to go 3 wide, and you got to pinch that middle as the pace car pulls off. But I definitely want to be leading the race if I'm Peter. I think he's in a great spot. Just got to count away those laps as the pace car, we're about to go green here, KR.
Pace car down and away on the pit road. Peter DeBorgia, Cody Nagels have this field tucked in behind them as we get ready to go green flag racing once again. And into the start zone we go. Green flag is out. And back underway we go to try and finish this race out. Working lap 39 of 70, side by side into turn number 1. 40 of Peter DeBorgia, who has that paint scheme that closely resembles the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Zach Fritsch just separated by 1 car from the 40. I wonder if those two get hooked up, if that's going to be like twin trucks equals more power?
I don't know, but while I was getting passed by Peter, I thought it was Zach, and Zach was in front of me, so it kind of threw me off there. But Peter does a really good job in like creating these cars that are just so similar to other people's, because I'm pretty sure he's done most of the ones that he mimics, as I believe that's the 62 of Les Levy, trying to make that outside line work next to Sebastian. Marin getting a decent run. He can use a little bit more help. He has some help with Mark Mann, and I believe that's Richard Kuhn behind him, and they're starting to form up as Les is losing a little bit of ground there. But yeah, Peter and Zach work pretty well together, so it wouldn't surprise me to see them hook up as the 23 Sebastian Marin's going to take that run that Les has now. And I don't think it's going to be enough cars to make that outside line work yet, but it's good to see that something's happening early on so you can find out what to do later on in the race.
Yeah, Marin in the 23 on the high side. Les Levy, he was up there by himself as you called it. He's got a little bit of help there. 4 trucks in that 3rd lane as the 19 of Workman slices down to the inside.
Yeah, you need all the help you can get on the outside around here. It looks like they're starting to build a little bit of momentum. Almost got clear of Dave Hunt right there. But the middle line just showing that you just gotta do a little bit more. The middle line's leaving about a truck width gap. Oh, they're wrecking. Big wreck in front of the field.
Les Levy involved, Sebastian Marin, Mark Mann in the 04. Several trucks involved. Josh Milam involved. Tyler Miller involved. E.K. Anderson, Nate Warren. This one was a huge one. It looks like maybe most of the field getting caught up in it. Let's take a look and see if we can break down what happened.
It looks like BK kind of got into Dave Hunt's left quarter panel just so slightly that it just sent him around. But yeah, KR, that was almost the entire field there. I think the only people that really survived was the people in the very back. I think Eric Laurie didn't make into it. That's the only person I really could see.
Yeah, Eric Laurie in the 071 hard on the brakes. Let's see if we can catch this from Eric Laurie's point of view. See the 53 get turned up ahead. Bob Lackaveras gets Josh Milam and Tyler Miller. But yeah, Eric Laurie able to get through there. You can just see the chaos and destruction as there are more trucks down on the infield than there were on track as the 071 came through the field.
Yeah, I think pretty much the entire field was involved in that, except maybe David O, Eric, like we said. Anthony English at the very back, getting on them, getting on that stop pedal, slowing them up, and Brian Wang. I don't think that they were involved in that wreck, but that was a big one. That's going to take a lot of people's fast repair away.
Lynn McNeese in the 84, slight little contact, but he was able to get through it. The 40 of Peter DeBorgia right behind him at the time, not so lucky. So good heads up driving by the 84.
Yeah, there was just mass chaos. I'm surprised if you weren't in the back of that. I'm surprised anybody really got through that, really, just because of how blocked the track was. And that's pretty much saying something too, because Talladega's pretty wide. So if you can clog up the racing surface, you need a number on the field there.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we're gonna step away for just a moment, guys. No one go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
You wanted the best, you got him 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Welcome back to the Turn 3 Racing Network. I am your host for the rest of this race and the post-race. My name is KR Solvas. In the booth with me, my good buddy Travis Elliott, who was behind the wheel of one of these trucks up until it turned into just a wadded up soda can. So Travis, we're getting ready to go to the green flag, the 6 of Cody Nagels and the 40 of Peter DeBorgia on the front row. A lot of trucks came down to top off their fuel tanks, trying to stretch this one out. So here we go. Why don't you take us to the green flag?
the 6 of Cody Nagels and Peter DeBorgia. Jeff Crosby staying out. Peter and his Impasta Zach Fritsch car. Going to lead us to the green flag here. Only 2 cars on the outside, so won't expect much considering the entire field is on the inside line. As they crawl up to the Geico restart zone, the green flag flies. They are green. Les Levy getting a not so hot start there, leaving about two truck width between Peter. Peter's going to clear the inside line. Don't think that was planned at all there, with the 33 giving Peter DeBorgia all the room in the world. Single file, not a lot happening. Way back in the field, I see Sebastian Marin pushing the 84 of Lyndon Neese, followed by BK Anderson, trying to make a run down the backstretch. We'll see where they develop by the end of the lap as we go back to the lead. The 15 trying to go 3 wide. Nobody going with him as the second line just not existent. And Cody Nagels and Peter DeBorgia are going to leave this inside line commandingly to this lap here, KR.
So the 6, who has no pressure to the outside just yet. As a 40 pushing on his back bumper. The 62 of Les Levy has a good run with a teammate in the 46 of David Overstreet on his back bumper. They are making some run to the front here.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult with nobody really helping them, which wouldn't surprise me if you see kind of people just sit single file until right about 13 to go if they can. They get about 15 laps to a take on fuel, so I'm assuming it's going to be a one-stop race from here. So we'll see how that shakes out fuel mileage-wise and see if somebody can take advantage of that. As that outside line starting to form just a little bit more, about 5 cars now. As Les is starting to surge forward, being pushed by the 46 there. That 15 needs to get a little bit closer to make that outside line have a little bit more energy in it, because the 40 is doing a great job staying under Nagels right there and keeping him in a resounding lead right there. He might even be able to clear less, but I don't think Peter will take it here coming off with the backstretch off too.
The Les Levy in the 62 with the 46 tucked in tight behind him. I mentioned that outside lane starting to form up, but look, quite a few trucks down on the inside. We normally see that outside lane about even. So maybe everyone trying to just ride it out a little bit right now?
I would say so, especially only having one stage per race. After that stage, you're kind of just racing for the win at that point. So you're going to see everybody kind of simmer down a little bit. So you can see majority of the field single file on the bottom. Plus you're using a little bit more fuel on that outside. If I was the 6 or the 62, I would probably rather be behind somebody so you could save a little bit of fuel, because that's going to make their fuel, they might even be short on fuel, even pitting once. So we'll see where they shake out by the end of the race. But yeah, everybody's just going to kind of calm down here. At least that's what it looks like. Not a lot going on. 62 getting a little close to the 40 there, causing a little wiggle, but nothing really going on.
So, with all that being said, I do want to point out that we do have 21 trucks on the lead lap, and we have 21 trucks in this race still. Gone behind the wall is the 11 of Bob Lacavera. Sean Stevens in the 27. He is sitting on pit road, so he might be able to get back out there. Tyler Miller, Travis Elliott, Andrew Schroeder, and Richard Sanchez early exits as well. And Travis Elliott has nicely joined me in the booth. Appreciate you coming up here, man, and helping talk for me.
No problem. I know, especially in long, not really longer races, but long super speedway runs where it's just green flag and get a little dry. So I know what you're going through. So I figured I'd offer to come up here and help you out. Plus, I enjoy talking to you. You know, it's been a while, like we said earlier. Just a little bit. I mean, I really haven't that much to do. You know, you get 2 meatballs within 30 laps. You kind of just you just call it. You know.
Yeah, it's usually a sign that it's time to pack it up.
Which, ironically, I'm pretty sure last week was the first race that I finished all season on Wednesday. But just let that sink in for a second. Looks like the 40 of Peter DeBorgia finally making a move here, followed by the 33. Might get clear in the 6 there. That's a big run. He's going to clear. The 33 might even get clear if he squeezes in. Oh, he had it for a split second. If he fully committed, he probably would have took it. 40's going to get clear. Cody Nichols there and lead the lap. 20 to go from here. Pit window's going to open up in about 6 to 7 laps here, KR. So we'll see where they end up as we're going 3 wide with Dave Hunt. And I believe that's a 95 of Jim Mayer right there.
Jim Mayer in that 95, pushing on the 53. Now, we started this race off very early, going 3 wide, Travis. Now, do you think that had something to do with everyone's attitude from the get-go?
I would assume so. Just especially, you know, like I said, with the one stage, Talladega is really a track position race because it takes so long to get the run built up, especially in the trucks, it seems, to really make a move. And you know, once somebody gets up to the outside and if it just clogs up, there's nowhere for you to really go. As you can see, Les is now even with David Overstreet right there, and they're just not moving because the 95 is dropping off and probably is going to go sit in that middle line. But you have to work so hard just to make something even happen, and you need a lot of cars. So that's why early on you saw people go 3 wide lap 1. It's wide enough, but you also need to get that track position early to set yourself up for the best pit stop for that stage. Yeah, the outside line just disappeared within half a lap.
Going on board with the 40 of Peter DeBorgia, looking out the back end of this truck. Everyone behind him. All right, Travis. So we got 18 laps to go. The fuel window opens up here in about 3 more laps. Do you play the odds of a green-white checkered attempt or 2, or do you try to plan to hit pit road as soon as that window opens to make it to the end of the normal distance?
You always need a little bit extra. It's always nice to have that little bit extra, just in case for at least one green-white checkered. I mean, it is OP. We can have our moments of finishing the race, normal distance of a green, and sometimes we take both of the green-white checkers. As you can see, everybody starting to get single file now. And that just tells me that we're going to be hitting pit road here soon. The one that I would be kind of concerned about would be the 6 right there, and maybe even Peter now, with him leading the past few laps, kind of affecting his fuel mileage more so. And I'm going to wonder if anybody's going to try to make that run to the outside up to the front to try to get clear of one of their teammates or something. But we'll see. It's going to become 16 to go. Pit window is going to open up real soon. I think leading get like 13, maybe 14 laps to a tank. So it's going to be close for the people leading. You might see, 12 to go. You'll probably see most of everybody pit by then, I would say.
I do want to point out that Sean Stevens has made his way off of pit road. He has rejoined the race, but one driver was also bailed out, and that is Zach Workman. Unfortunately, I think his issue is internet connection.
That is unfortunate, especially since I was talking to him not more than 25 minutes ago, and everything seemed fine. As the 7 of Josh Milam and the 95 are going to try to make that run to the outside to try to get cleared. Maybe cheese some spots out before they go into the pits. I don't think anybody's going to let them clear. Nobody up here that I can see would be teammates considered. There is a spot opening up in front of the 33 of Jeff Crosby. as Josh Milam is now hooked up with 2 other cars, the 95 of Jim Mayer and the 23 of Sebastian Marin, with 2 more drivers coming up to the back of them. Mark, I believe that is the one and only Mark Mann and Richard Kuhn making a run, trying to get a little bit of extra spots as we're coming to 15 to go now, KR.
The 40 of Georgia down on the inside. That second lane has picked up a few more trucks. They are gaining some speed. Some energy, I should say.
Yeah, they're gaining it. Yeah, they're gaining it, and then they're losing it ever so slightly. I think Josh is just gonna hope and pray that the 95 there can push him to where he can pretty much Derek Conley clear himself to the bottom lane to pit here. 14 to go this time by. Mark Mann's jumping to the bottom. It wouldn't surprise me if you see a group of people hit pit road right now this time by. Then probably within the next 2 laps, the whole field will pit, and then the real race begins, KR. You know, as we're coming down the backstretch into turn 3.
So Dave Hunt has made his pit stop. He is down and away and making his way off a pit lane. The 40 of Georgia continues to lead, and they are coming for pit road.
Yep, that's pretty much what I thought was going to happen. Hopefully nobody speeds here. Looks like everybody got on the pit road clean, so that is good for them. As the pack continues on, being led by Josh Milam. And it wouldn't surprise me if we see this second group of cars pit right here. You might get a couple stragglers trying to go an extra lap to save that extra lap of fuel for green light checkers. But you never know. We'll see if this group of that was led by Peter DeBorgia get out of pits. Looks like they are rolling. Looks like everybody is clean out of the pits. We'll see where they fare in terms of this next group that is going into turn 3 with a full head of steam.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to hit pit road.
And they're hitting pit road right now. Yep, so a couple people going a little hot. Jim's sitting in there. that's gonna be a close one there. We'll see if he gets a penalty there. Hope he doesn't for his sake, because that was a sin and a half.
Yeah, Jim really got on the pit road very strong.
Which I will say, the trucks have really good brakes, like too good of brakes. So you can sit it pretty deep and get it slowed up pretty quick as Zach Fritsch being pushed by his imposter. You would think that this is an Among Us lobby, but I guess not. It's a high racing race. Being pushed by the 40 of Peter DeBorgia, followed by Jeff Crosby, Cody Nagels, who won the stage. And it's gonna be close to see where they file out. They're probably gonna catch them. That pack being led by Sebastian there. About middle of the back, I would assume.
I do want to point out that the 95 of Jim Mayer did get caught speeding.
Yeah, it looked quick.
he was hauling it.
I mean, you try to make up that time as, you know, you gotta keep up with these people. Your pit stops can make or break you. You know, I found that out Monday, and Jim found that out tonight as that first group of pitters really showing their speed right now. The 12 and the 40 both clear Seabass. So does the 33. They're all going to jump to the bottom. The sit single file, the outside line being led by the 6 of Cody Nagels. Peter DeBorgia is going to jump back up to the top. And now you have 2 of the same cars controlling the race right now, KR.
That is not double that you're seeing, so don't have to worry about trying to find your glasses or putting down that 3rd or 15th shot of Fireball. Those 2 trucks are designed to look the same because Peter DeBorgia running through his legendary paint schemes of OP here on Wednesday night.
And he's got that extra life car as always. Go and support Peter's extra life, guys. I don't know what the link is or what the thing is, but go to Peter DeBorgia's Twitch stream and give him a little bit of love there. As I believe that is a Ricky Stenhouse car. Is the next car on the bottom behind Josh Milam. I'm gonna go get a closer look at that car right now, KR.
Okay.
Yes, it is a Ricky Stenhouse car being driven by the 05 of Brian Wang. Just got Ricky Stenhouse's face plastered all over it. We're still side by side.
You know, I guess he's got a thing for Ricky.
I mean, you know, Ricky Stenhouse is, you know, super speedway master. Some would say.
Some would say that. But, I don't think you can call him a master, but he does all right. Cody Ware beat him.
That is true. That is true. Cody Ware driven in the 51, if I believe so, correct? My guy.
Did you see? All right, so the Daytona race, someone placed a $13 bet of the drivers who would finish inside the top 10, and those drivers finished inside the top 10. That paid almost $1 million.
Imagine.
You call into work on Monday and be like, yeah, I'm not coming in today.
Oh yeah, nah. Like I'm gonna take a personal day.
Yeah.
I'll take the profit.
You have to process that. You don't go to work that day. You process it. You do have to go back to work because who knows when that $1 million is going to hit your account. The day it hits your account,
you also got taxes and
right. But the day it hits your account, you go, I'm calling in to work. I have to process that.
Yeah, like $1 million. It's funny because, you know, $1 million, realistically, I mean, it's a lot of money, but it's really not a lot of money. We're going to go 3 wide here, being led by, I believe that's BK Anderson, being pushed by Mark Mann and the Ricky Stenhouse truck. So 3 wide laps counting down. We're going to be 7 to go at the line, KR. And we're going to see a little bit more racing, a little bit more tight racing here. Maybe we can see somebody dip their toe at 4 wide, hopefully.
All right, so 3 wide, BK Anderson. The 6th of Cody Nagels. Those two are teammates for tonight. And teammates used very loosely here on Wednesday night. But those two have decided to pair up. And the 6th would love an opportunity to work with the 32, but right now he is sandwiched in there. The 12 and the 40 doing a good job at keeping the trucks behind them. We are working our way down the backstretch. With 7 laps to go as BK Anderson slides down the inside.
That was great pushing by Mark right there. Mark Mann giving the legendary push.
In the 0-4. He is a great pusher, a great person to have behind you. And he can also get it done as the lead truck as he is leading that 3rd lane. Okay, 6 laps to go. What's your heart rate at right now, Travis, if you're out there in the middle of all this?
Hopefully kind of you know, relaxed. I hope after as many seasons as I ran at OP, I'd be able to handle this by now. But you know, it still grip the wheel a little bit tighter. I'd say that's probably the most noticeable thing. You grip the wheel a little bit tighter, your wrist start to hurt. Is Zach Fritsch is going to go to the middle to be pushed by Peter DeBorgia. There is more cars in that middle lane right now, so that is where the momentum is. We'll see how that works out for him as we come to 5 to go this time by. The 12 going to be leading the lap here. Pretty much the entire field is right here, KR, except for a few stragglers back there. I believe that is Dave Booth, Lynn, Les, and David O. So this is your top 15, top 14 right here. Anthony being in 14th place, so it's anybody's race still. As we are getting closer and closer, the field is packing together more and more. As Mark Mann's getting pushed very well by the 05 there, Brian Wang. We're going to be going to 4 laps to go this time by KR. We're going to see where the momentum lies. The 12 gets a huge run right there. He's going to go up to the middle and block Peter, try to take his momentum away. That's going to allow the outside line to get a move on, especially since that wasn't a good transition there to that middle lane. 4 to go at the line.
All right, so this one is winding down very quickly. Markman on the high side leading that lane. And in the middle is the 12 of Zach Critch and the 32 of BK Anderson. Down on the bottom, they are coming up on a truck to put another lap down. I think that to be Sean Stevens, James Mayer.
James is at the back of this pack, so it is Sean and I believe Dave Hunt.
The 27 of Sean Stevens down on the apron, and the 53 of Dave Hunt peeling off as well. So there you go.
Going to be 3 to go at the line here. The 6 of Cody Nagels. I don't know when he got the lead, but he is now leading with his teammate, his limitless teammate, being on the bottom, controlling the inside and middle. So it's probably exactly where they want to be, as BK is going to get a huge push by the 33 in the middle of the turn, getting a little squirrely. And that really didn't help that inside line's momentum. It's kind of just going to stall them out now. 4x4 right here, 16 car, or no, that's 3x4. I'm bad at math, Kara. That's 12 cars right here, all within probably less than a second, less than half a second. You get the whole field right here coming out of 4. We're coming to 2 to go this time by KR.
It is getting very intense out there, and I don't know about you, but I have a feeling they ain't gonna make it to the checkered flag in the regular distance. But Travis, Cody Nagels in that 6 as his teammate just below him. Those two, if they can work together, maybe can keep the lanes behind them and only have to worry about the 04 Mark Mann.
It wouldn't surprise me if the 6 or even the 32 got clear. They would go clear they would clear one another, try to get nose to tail. Because especially if the 6 leaves in the middle right there, the middle's just going to drop back because Mark Mann's going to jump to the middle. And looks like the inside line's getting a decent run though, with only 3 cars. The 32 is going to get clear of the 6 here. I wonder if he's going to jump up and get in front of his teammate as we're coming to the white flag lap, KR. 1 to go, 3 wide.
Holy smokes, we are getting ready to get the white flag, and then that will do it. We are going to go the regular distance here. Mark Mann in the 04 on the high side, working against Cody Nagels and the 32 of BK Anderson, as those two do all they can to try and keep this race in their control. Down the back stretch one more time. Go ahead, Travis.
Oh, Mark Mann's getting a huge run. He's going to clear to the middle. Smart move not to drop to the bottom. The 6 of Cody Nagels is going to get in front of his limitless teammate of BK Anderson. That's going to allow him to clear if he wants to. BK might even get, bad bump by the 12.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's going to be a drag race to the finish. BK Anderson's going to slip in front of the 6. The 6 has help. There goes the 33 to the bottom. The 33 is going to push BK to a win right here. And it looks like your winner is going to be the 32 of BK Anderson, followed by the 33 of Jeff Crosby. What a race to the finish there, KR. Out of 4, out of all things.
Holy smokes, was there a big stack up. 2 turns 3 and 4. Let's take a look at this last lap and how things develop. So the 32 down on the inside. The 6 in the middle and the 04 of Mark Mann on the high side. This pack here is pretty tight, and everyone given lots of room, right? You know, side by side, but hard pushing nose to tail makes these cars get very upset. Mark Mann got that huge run, tried to drop down in the middle, but when he did, it pulled the 6, and it allowed the 6 to clear Cody Nagels, or I'm sorry, allowed the 6 to clear his teammate. And then a bad bump, and it is going to collect quite a few of that pack. And
Yeah,
it's
looks
a win
like
to BK Anderson.
Yeah, looks like looks like Mark made probably the exact move that I would have made. But, middle of the turn, there's nothing you can really do but besides hold on to the guy behind you. Zach got a head of steam from him jumping down in front of him, and I'm sure the only thing Zach was trying to do is trying to push Mark as clean as he can to get him to the finish to try to, be 3 wide at the line. It is what it is. It happens. It's a super speedway racing, and it is what it is at the end of the day. You got to have short-term memory here. Come back next week. Don't worry about how you push. You just gotta keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on for sure. All right, let's get right into talking to our race winner, and that is the driver of the 32, BK Anderson. BK, congratulations on the race win.
Thank you, sir. That was a wild one tonight.
That it was, and you and your teammate got side by side to seal this deal, essentially. But Mark Mann in the 0-4 down the backstretch on that white flag lap said, no, not so fast, boys.
Yeah, big shout out to Cody there for the help. We sort of had it in our mind that we were going to duke it out there on the last lap. Mark had a big run. Gave Cody a little shot in the corner, and then I looked in the mirror and some chaos was unfolding back there. But it was a good race, everybody.
Well, BK, a solid win for you here tonight, and punching your ticket essentially into the playoff contention picture now. Leapfrogging some cars to do that as well.
Sweet. I like to hear that. Playoff. We're sending this SpongeBob ride. Good luck.
All right, well, BK, nice job in getting it done here tonight. Any shout-outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Thanks again to Cody. You're the best, man. Thanks for watching. To my parents. Thank you for the broadcast, the AR squad. You guys do a great job. You now do. But thanks to the OP League putting on a good show.
All right, well, there you have it. That is BK Anderson, your race winner from Limitless. But now let's move on to our second place finisher. And that is... well, that is Jeff Crosby Jr. Oh, my. I'll get it figured out. And Travis, you caught up with him.
Oh, it's the 33, Jeff Crosby. How you doing tonight, bud? Congratulations on P2.
Thanks, buddy. How you doing?
I'm up in the booth watching you guys finish out the race after I had 2 meatballs and 30 laps, but it seems like you had a pretty solid race tonight. You get, I believe, like 8th in the stage, finishing P2. I'm sure you would have loved to have been able to sneak past BK there at the end, but bakers can't be choosers. And just what was going on in your mind coming down into turn 3 when all the action unfolded there on the last lap?
Yeah, it was a good race. Definitely enjoyed running up front with everybody. Yeah, coming out on turn 3, all that wreckage happened. I was just trying to keep it straight, and thankfully we were able to get by everybody. Not really lucky when it comes to that stuff, but coming to the tribal there, I didn't really choose which line to go with, and wasn't really sure. I just went with BK's line, and he seemed like he was faster, and just came up with the P2. So yeah, good points night. I know I'm leading the points here on Wednesday nights, which is really nice, especially after the season we had last season. Wednesday nights has been really good to me, so hopefully we can continue to keep it going.
Sounds good, man. And I would say go back and watch the replay and watch how close you were getting collected there. You might want to go buy a lottery ticket tomorrow, but it was pretty close. I wouldn't even say Zach hit you, but yeah, you gotta keep that momentum going on. Maybe even transfer it over to Mondays or Saturdays or whenever else you race. And yeah, great points night tonight, like you said, man. It's all about confidence. Want to give any shout outs, thank yous to anybody out there in the YouTube space?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely want to give a shout out to Turn 3 and especially KR for broadcasting on Wednesday nights as Mondays. That's cool that you joined the booth for tonight. Sorry that you had to use your quick repair and fortunately had to get out of the race there.
It's for the better.
You know, it's all right. You got to win last weekend, so you're good. Definitely want to give a shout out to everybody that's in our team speak tonight. It's really fun running with them on Wednesdays. I know we're competitors on Mondays, but Wednesday nights are just really fun. Anybody that is still watching on YouTube, family, friends that are watching, really appreciate you guys for supporting this league, and hopefully we can produce another good race next Wednesday.
All right, man. Good race tonight. Congratulations on P2. Hope to I see you on the track next week and Monday. I mean, we'll see how it goes for me. But KR, I believe you are catching up with the 6 of Cody Niggles right now. Have you caught up with him?
I have caught up with the driver who finishes on the final step of our podium, and that is teammate to the race winner, BK Anderson, none other than Cody Niggles. Cody, Limitless gets 2 wins here on a Wednesday night.
I couldn't ask for much more of a race there. Idea going into the race with me already being locked in. BK was, I think, a little over 50 points out of the playoff picture right now. So that was first priority, is making sure that he gets a victory if I'm able to help him do that at all. So yeah, going into the final restart there, I told him that I thought he should have stayed in the second lane, but he went down to the bottom, buried himself, and then somehow he was able to wiggle himself out. And on the final lap, when Mark cleared me, I said, push, 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 because I was planning on getting clear of Mark and going back up front, which clears out the bottom for him, because I was just trying to do everything I could to give him a shot to win. And then the wreck ensued, and he was able to take it there at the end. So couldn't be any happier for BK, and it was a great finish for us. We got a 1-3 and the stage win as well. So great points night for both our drivers, and now we're both locked in the playoffs. So couldn't ask for much more.
All right, well, a great job by you guys here tonight. Down on the bottom 2 lanes there in the closing laps of this one, you guys were doing a great job of keeping the field behind you, but the 04 Mark Man was doing all he could to get by. So you two working together, walk me through those last few laps.
Basically with me leading the second, I said, man, you know, I'd like to win it, but I really don't need this win. Like, I got to help BK in any way that I could. So the first thing I was trying to do was side draft Mark to try to kill the run, which it was going to kill our lane too, which in turn helps BK. So I was trying to stall out the third, but then I noticed, you know, Mark got a really good push. So then my mindset has to change. When Mark clears immediately, I have to push Mark to be able to clear myself. And then I was directing traffic with BK saying, push, 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 because I needed the run for him to clear me so I could get up in front of Mark. That way we were leading both lanes, with the idea being that he has a shot to win the race. And then it looked like the wreck happened behind us. So we were just kind of like a snap decision of, hey, you know, and I like Jeff, but when you're trying to get a teammate in the playoffs, my only concern in the tri-oval was, if I don't win, I have to make sure that BK does. So the only thing I knew to do was to try to box Crosby in, which still gets him on the podium. A lot of respect for Jeff. Nothing crazy going on there. I just wanted to prioritize trying to get my teammate in, because that was the first thing on my list tonight, and was able to do that. So if I have the opportunity in the next race to push Crosby, I have no problem locking him in as well. But I'm glad that I was able to get BK locked in there, or at least help with it. He had a fantastic race. He proved that he could come, you know, all the way from the back to the front, the same as I did. So, you know, hopefully we can carry this momentum into Monday nights.
All right, man. Well, nice job. Congratulations on your 3rd place finish. And we look forward to seeing you guys next Wednesday night.
Thank you, KR. I appreciate it. And thank you to Turn 3 Racing Network for always putting on a great broadcast. We enjoy watching these races back, and it helps us It helps us improve from race to race. So thank you.
All right, there you have it. Cody Niggles in the 6th, your 3rd place finisher. And Travis, before we let you go, any final thoughts you have about this race, barring your disappointing run?
I mean, KR, when you always expect disappointment, you don't really get disappointed, and that's what I was expecting when I come into Wednesdays. But I'm here to have some fun. It's always a great night to come out here and race. It was even a better night because I got to come up here and talk to you and help you call this race. Appreciate you for letting me come up here. You and Turn 3 go way back, so it's guy, like I always say whenever I get to talk to you on the broadcast, it's always special for me. So appreciate you having me up here, man.
All right, man. Well, nice job. Thank you for joining me. I do appreciate it, and you haven't lost your touch at all.
Oh, you're too kind. You're too kind. But any other times, Rick, I only need to finish start 2 more races to lock in my spot in the playoffs. So we'll see how that goes. If you ever need any help, I'm always here.
Well, you know where to find me, man. So once again, thank you very much, and hopefully you don't make your way back up here, but you are welcome.
I appreciate that, man.
So, guys, that'll do it for us. Thank you very much for joining us, and we hope to see you next week. So until then, y'all stay safe and have a good night.